Welcome to 69 South, where we cuss and discuss true crime, current events, and hot topics, along with our state of society today. This is your trigger warning. Our podcast content is produced for viewers and listeners 18 years of age or older. We discuss topics that may be triggering to some listeners, so sit back, relax, and enjoy.
The owner of a Martinsville security company was in court today facing child pornography charges, including images that he may have taken himself. CBS 4's Claire Curry was there for his initial court hearing today and brings us more on the investigation.
Adam Anderson is pleading not guilty to felony counts filed earlier this month, and additional charges were not discussed, but court documents reveal that he's also under investigation for allegedly spying on his clients using his security systems.
Welcome back, everybody, to 69 South. I hope you had a good time since the last time. I'm Chop, your host, and always with me is my beautiful co-host, Julie. How you doing?
I'm great.
So we are going to talk today about Anderson Security in Martinsville, Indiana. I guess so. Adam Anderson was doing some funky stuff on his computer and with his security system cameras that he was hooking up in people's houses. First of all, we're going to talk about what he has been charged with, and then we'll get into why he's been charged with. Now, remember, folks, these are all allegations. He hasn't been convicted of any of this stuff yet, but let's talk about what he's been charged with.
So Adam Anderson has been charged with 6 counts of level 5 felony possession of child pornography with an aggravating factor, which we believe is because the images were of children below 12 years old. And then he is charged with 3 counts of voyeurism, a level 6 felony. And it says one of those voyeurism counts it says prior or uses a camera.
So we're pretty sure that, meaning that it means that he was recording people's images in their home. And in the state of Indiana, voyeurism is generally defined or knowingly, intentionally peeping into a private area like restrooms or showers or, bedrooms or someone's home without consent, often to invade the privacy for sexual gratification. Now, what bumps those up to a felony, listeners, is if it's being recorded and or shared, or if there's been a prior. And we dug into Adam Anderson's past and we couldn't find a prior. So we're pretty sure that the reason they are felony is because he was recording them. Whether he was sharing them or not yet, that remains to be seen.
Yeah, that's unsaid. We're still looking.
Well, let's get into the probable cause affidavit and figure out what they were thinking.
On October 1st, 2023, Bing Image, referred to as Visual Search, reported an IP address to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Bing Image is a search engine that allows the search of photographs through keywords or through the image itself. On October 1st, 2023, a user uploaded a file to this Bing image search. Now, the file was reported to contain child sexual abuse material. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, known as NCMEC, reported the cybertip to the Indiana Internet Crimes Against Children. They reviewed the cybertip and they viewed the attachment in their CSAM file. The video file depicted is a prepubescent female child without pants or panties. She was lying on her back with her private areas exposed towards a camera. The female was wearing a pink and white shirt and her face was exposed. Now, the photo depicts all of her private area, and they have reason to believe that the female in the photo is under the age of 12 years old.
So the detective in this case applied for a subpoena through the Lawrence County Court for Comcast cable IP address that was listed on the complaint. The complaint returns to an address located in Morgan County, Indiana, with a describer named as, and we're going to redact this person's name, and the account number is also associated with the person's name as well. On December 7th, 2023, the detective requested all information on the occupants of the residence with the IP address, and it was in Morgan County, Indiana. And he requested all the information through the Indiana Intelligence Fusion Center. Analyst Mrs. E, we'll call her, with the Indiana Intelligence Center, indicated that the homeowner of the Morgan County address was the redacted woman's name. She also indicated that they located a marriage license for the person and that her husband was Adam Anderson, who also resided at the Morgan County address.
Now, Adam was living at his residence with his family. The detective was provided a clear and a TLO report on the occupants from the Indiana Intelligence Fusion Center. Now, both reports indicated that the occupants currently resided at this house we're talking about. On January 22nd, 2024, a BMV inquiry was done on the occupants of the home, and the BMV indicated that both individuals' registered address was this house that we're talking about. Now, the Indiana Intelligence Fusion Center is often used by law enforcement officials in Indiana to gain knowledge and information to use and cooperate with investigations. Now, this officer had personally used information from the Indiana Intelligence Center on most of his investigations that he conducted. On January 18, 2024, he was provided business information from the Indiana Secretary of State indicating that Adam Anderson was the owner of Anderson Video Security and Alarm LLC, located at 1289 East Morgan Street in Martinsville, Indiana. I also confirmed through Adam Anderson's clear report that Adam was the owner of the business.
See, that just tells you, man, you better watch out what you're doing on the internet, people, because they took a freaking IP address, found out everybody lived at the home, their BMV records, they owned a business, every freaking thing on them just from an IP address from a Comcast freaking internet at your house.
I'm telling you guys, they can track anything. So just know that.
Now, on the same day, on 1/18/2024, the detective that was working it spoke to an Indiana State Police detective who is currently assigned to the Indiana Crimes Against Children Task Force. He indicated, based on his experience, individuals that possess child pornography will often store it on electronic devices that are portable, in example, cell phones, laptops, or thumb drives. He indicated he will often find these portable electronic devices away from the individual's residence and at their place of employment. He also indicated that the individuals that possess child pornography will often attempt to conceal the material and or keep the material, on them. On 1/22/2024, the detective with the Indiana State Police observed Adam Anderson leave 1289 East Morgan Street in Martinsville. He got into his work truck, and then the cop observed Anderson drive away. Based on the information provided by the NCME Children cybertip and the address, knowing that this tip was an image of an exposed pubescent female sent from this IP address located at the Martinsville address, the law officer had probable cause to believe that the two people in question had possession of child pornography, one or the other. It was a slash there. They applied to receive a search warrants for the people at their residence, their vehicles, their persons, and the business. On 1/24/2024, numerous individuals with the Indiana State Police executed these search warrants. Adam and the other individual were interviewed by detective and the state police detective at the Morgan County Sheriff's Department. Both interviews were audio and video recorded and uploaded onto the evidence.com. Both the individuals were advised of their Miranda warnings, and they both indicated they understood their rights and would speak to both the detectives. Here is the interview as follows.
Adam indicated that he lives at the house in question in Martinsville, Indiana, and he has lived there since 2007 with his family. He advised his internet provider is Comcast, and he has had Comcast for more than a year. Adam advised part of the internet is open and part of it is password protected. Adam said he opened part of his internet and labeled the internet with an American flag icon. Adam advised when you click on that icon, it redirects the person to the President Donald Trump's website. Adam advised the other part of his internet is secure. He indicated that he has a gaming computer that only he uses that is located upstairs in the residence, and that he has a cell phone and a tablet that he hasn't used in a couple of months, and his main work laptop. Adam advised that he uses the internet for gaming, shopping, and social media. Now, Adam was asked if he observes pornographic material on the internet, and he indicated he does watch pornographic material on his gaming computer and cell phone. Adam advised he has concerns all the time about material on the internet. Adam advised he prefers older women pornography, but has concerns about the pornographic material because some of the sites he is unsure if people are 18 years or older. Adam advised that some of the material he has observed is questionable and that it may have been illegal. Adam advised he does not know if he has ever been on an illegal site.
Adam also advised that he has some concerns of the pornographic material of some of the sites that he uses because he is unsure if people are defecating on each other and that there might be 5-on-5 pornographic material. So that's what the dude's concerned about watching this shit is somebody's going to be pooping on somebody. Or it's going to be 5-on-5.
Do they? That's gross. Poop porn?
That's poop porn. They was staking this dude out. They was like went to his work. It was sitting outside his work and shit like a stakeout, like a real stakeout like cops do. He was concerned about 5-on-5. I wonder if 4-on-4 was okay.
I wonder if him and Brittany Fortenberry knew each other.
I don't know. I'm sure maybe he probably looked her picture up or probably has since she's been arrested because he's out on bond.
Oh, you know he has.
Adam advised that there should not be any illegal child pornography on his computer or devices. The detective then asked Adam for the passcode for his cell phone. He indicated he did not want to give him the passcode, and he requested a lawyer. Their interview was stopped, and Adam was released shortly after this.
Now, here's a following summary of the interview with the family member that lived at the address with Adam Anderson. Now, she indicates that that is her residence and that she lives there with Adam Anderson, and advised they have Comcast internet and it is password protected. Now, she advised that her mother, and Adam are the only ones that know the Wi-Fi password, and that there is a desktop computer upstairs and only Adam uses it. He is the only one that knows the login information for that computer. Now, she advised that she has a cell phone and a laptop containing work-related software, and she indicated her oldest son has an iPad, and it is not password protected. She also indicated that she uses the internet for social media, reading, books, and online shopping. Now, she indicated that she does not view any type of pornographic material on the internet. She hasn't searched child pornography, nor does she possess any child pornography. The detectives informed her of the Bing image, and they showed it to her, and then she indicated she had never seen this image. And then the interview was concluded, and she was released.
Boy, I bet Adam was getting the what fors that night when they got home after the police interviews.
Oh, gosh.
This poor lady, it seems like she's a normal person. And she's like, yeah, I read books and, do social media and stuff on my stuff. It probably hit her in the face like a ton of bricks when the police showed him a picture of the freaking child porn that was on their IP address. She was probably like, what the bleep?
I know. Now, numerous items of evidence were taken from the locations listed above, and they were released to two of the sergeants for digital forensic examination. All items were photographed and documented on the property record and receipts. The photographs were uploaded into evidence.com. The items seized as evidence and the locations in which the items were taken from are documented on the property record and the receipts.
On 6/26/2024, the sergeant indicated he was able to gain access to the cell phone that was taken from Adam Anderson, which is an Apple iPhone. The detective advised he located 5 images contained on the cell phone that would definitely be considered child pornography. He reviewed the 5 images of young girls with their fronts and their back privates completely exposed. The detective has reason to believe that all 5 of the females photographed were under the age of 12 years old. The images were captured by Adam's cell phone camera of the pictures of the young girls from a desktop that was upstairs in Adam's residence. This is the desktop that Adam indicated that he only used. The detective indicated when the images were captured on the cell phone, the live photo function was active. This live photo function will produce a latitude and longitude of where the phone was located when the picture was taken. See, I didn't know that. Not that it matters to me, but when you're taking a live picture like I do of the jobs like that we're doing and stuff on the construction side of what we do, if it's a live picture and you can, when you send it to somebody and you hold your finger on it like the iPhone does and it like moves a little bit, it captures the longitude and latitude where it's at. That is freaking cool, man. The metadata?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't know that you could do that now.
iPhones do everything.
I wonder if I can go back like pictures of jobs we've took when I'm thinking, where in the hell's this job at like from 5 years ago, and I can look at it.
I bet you can.
That's cool.
The latitude and longitude of these 5 photos were all taken at Adam's residence. In one of the photos, I could see a monitor that is on the wall of the room that depicts a security camera of the front of Adam's residence. I observed this monitor during the day we executed the search warrants. Now, he indicated 2 of the photos were taken on August 5th, 2023, and 3 of the photos were taken on August 7th, 2023. Based on the evidence located on Adam Anderson's cell phone and the statements from Anderson, I have probable cause to believe Adam Anderson knowingly and intentionally possessed child pornography, and the detective is requesting an arrest warrant for Adam Anderson for the possession of child pornography.
He's going to have a hard time getting out of that one because not only was he's busted the computer that he admits and the other people living at the house admits that he's the only one that uses that computer, but it was his personal cell phone taking pictures of the little girls, the child pornography on his computer. So he wasn't just...
Or on his phone.
He was taking the pictures on his phone of the child pornography on his frickin' monitor of his computer.
So disgusting. Now, during the execution of the search warrants, we located numerous rifles that were unsecured at the residence, tactical equipment at the residence, loaded magazines at the residence, a rifle with a double-stacked magazine inside Adam's truck, and a handgun near the driver's side center console in Adam's truck. Due to the nature of the criminal charges requested and the numerous weapons, I'm requesting the arrest warrant be sealed for officer safety during the execution of the arrest warrant.
He must have been strapped.
Yeah. He was a security, he just did like the security camera install.
Oh, also, like I wanted to add that he was the one that had all the security cameras up in town Martinsville. He had like 27 or 28 cameras. He had a camera at the library, all the public cameras. Yeah, at the swimming pool. Correct. Them security dudes, man, that ain't cops. They kind of. I bet he dressed in like military boots with like the tactical vest and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he was a SWAT team member or something, but he was probably only like the security dude.
You think he wanted to be a cop?
Hell yeah, he wanted to be a cop. You know he did.
Did you ever want to be a cop?
Me?
Yeah.
Hell no, I never wanted to be a cop. I tell you, one time I did think being a cop was cool. The only time I ever thought being a cop was cool. I respect cops. It's just I'm a carpenter. I build shit. They arrest people. You know what I mean? It's their job. But when I was younger and stuff, I lived up in Indianapolis where I grew up at, and I used to see the two cops like Chips. Anybody, the older people out there remember who Chips is, but the IPD cops would be riding around on Harleys and shit. And I thought, damn, that'd be cool to get paid to ride around with your buddy on a brand new Harley, all day. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd always thought I'd feel bad, like if I caught somebody with a little sack of weed, like a little eighth or something, and have to take her to jail, little stoner to jail. You know what I mean? Freaking, I always picture like the dude from Scooby-Doo. You know what I mean? The stoner. You want to arrest somebody that's, has child pornography on their shit and keep them in jail. You don't want to arrest some poor old stoner dude that's in his house smoking a joint, not bothering nobody, eating some Doritos and some oatmeal cream pies. I don't know. We're kind of getting off topic here, but
anyway,
sorry.
There is a supplemental probable cause affidavit because these charges only covered the child pornography charges. They didn't find the rest of this stuff until after they had executed the search warrants. So let's get into those charges now.
All right. So when they went through their electronics, one of the detectives had located 2 videos of the personally black-built computer tower, the Cyber Tower PC model, and it was Adam Anderson's computer, and they were taken from Adam Anderson's residence at the address in question. The detective indicated that one of the videos appears to be a woman that is walking around her kitchen only wearing a pair of panties. The detective indicated that the other video is of 2 ladies that appear to get in a hot tub in the backyard, and they are both nude. He has reason to believe that both of these videos are from security footage that Adam Anderson has obtained from his business, Anderson Security.
We'll be right back.
Hey everybody, this is Chop from 69 South, man. While we're taking a little break, get up, get yourself something to drink, grab yourself a plate of food. But hey, look up shopcitadjules.com, man. Pick up one of our badass 69 South t-shirts. A portion of the proceeds goes to victims, and it helps support our show. Help keep the lights on here in the studio. We thank you all so much for listening. Everybody, just take it easy and enjoy life. That's what it's all about.
On July 2nd, 2024, Adam Anderson was incarcerated into the Morgan County Jail for possession of child pornography charges. Prior to me releasing Anderson to jail, I interviewed Anderson at the Morgan County Sheriff's Department. The interview was video and audio recorded. I advised Anderson of his Miranda warning, and Anderson indicated he understood his rights. I explained to Anderson that ISP personnel had located 2 videos of 3 total women that had appeared to be recorded from a camera/security camera, and we had located these 2 videos on his computer. I explained to Anderson I had reason to believe these women were actual clients of his business, and I needed to identify these women. Anderson then provided me with the names of 2 of the 3 women, and they were confirmed clients of Anderson Video and Security, LLC. Now, another detective and I then contacted all 3 of the women referenced in this investigation and confirmed they were all above the age of 18, and that 2 of the 3 women were clients of Anderson Video and Security as their security camera providers. I then took photos and documented the women's residences. The victims requested not to be identified on this affidavit for privacy reasons. The 3 victims will be identified in the final report.
Boy, can you just imagine that shit? You trust somebody to put security cameras and stuff up in your private areas, and this dude's got video. That's where the felony part comes in, because we couldn't find him having a prior voyeurism, but he recorded these people for like sexual gratification purposes. He was recording these 2 ladies getting naked in the hot tub and shit, and a lady walking through her kitchen in her panties. That's fucked up. I would be so pissed, man, if that come out and we had somebody come out and put security cameras up, and then all of a sudden the security dude's got got videos of you naked in the house, I would be freaking pissed, man. That's fucked up. I mean, Morgan County is not all a bad place, but damn, these past few episodes, you can't trust nobody. The people you're supposed to trust, the teachers, Fortenberry, and then the security company. That's horrible. But this happened like 8 months ago, so we're a little late to the ballgame on this. We found that this was only reported on like two or three news stations, maybe one or two reports, and that was it.
Yeah, nobody was really talking about it.
Well, I'm talking about it.
I went to go pay the water bill, and the lovely ladies in there were telling me about it, and I was like, no, I didn't hear about it. So shout out to the ladies at the water company. Thank you for telling me about this. So the only motions that have been lately in his case were a motion to travel outside of state. So since he's on bond, he wanted to travel out of state for spring break. He had to file a motion with the court. And so he did that, and they granted the motion to travel, and then they amended it for some reason. But he goes to jury trial on June 17th, 2025, and we will be reporting on that.
That must mean he's on some kind of pretrial release shit if he has to request to go out. I mean, you're innocent till proven guilty, of course, but a lot of times with these bonds nowadays, they'll put you on a pretrial release, which may or may not include a house arrest bracelet type shit. So he must be on that. So that also means that they probably either A, made him get rid of all his guns, or B, took them and confiscated them until this court hearing is processed. So I was kind of wondering, since it was a voyeurism case and we kind of explained what voyeurism was, I was wondering if you would have to register as a sex offender. Now in Indiana, whether someone is convicted of a felony voyeurism has to register as a sex offender depends on the specifics of the case. The state's sex offender registry laws outlined in Indiana Code 1188 list specific offenses that trigger registration, and voyeurism can qualify, but it's not an automatic option for every conviction. Voyeurism itself, as a level 6 felony under the Indiana Code, isn't explicitly named as a registerable offense in the same way as, say, child molestation or rape. However, registration becomes a real possibility if certain conditions are met. For example, if the voyeurism involved a victim under 18, or if the offender recorded and distributed image or videos, especially sexually explicit ones. The court might classify it as sexually violent predator offense or tie it to related crimes like child exploitation or the possession of child pornography. Now, when I looked this up, this didn't have anything to do with this case, but it is videos of people in a private area, a manor, and he also was in possession of child pornography.
So he's definitely going to have to
If he gets convicted of these allegations, then he's probably going to have to register as a sex offender.
I wonder if, when you have to register on the sex offender list, I wonder if it's a lifetime registration, or is it just for so many years, depending on what you do?
I looked that up too, and if the registration period, it's typically for 10 years after release from prison or probation or parole, though it could be a lifetime requirement if the offender is deemed a sexually violent predator. That is a status determined by factors like prior offenses or psychological evaluation. So in all likelihood, if he, and we ran his name and we couldn't see any sexual or deviant type behavior before this. So in all likelihood, like I said, it will probably be a 10-year registry, in my opinion. I mean, also another thing I was wondering, so he's the security guard, the security owner of the security company. Mm-hmm. I wonder if he was monitoring these cameras. Like they found these videos that were recorded of these poor, unknowing naked women that he had cameras up, I wonder if he was viewing this shit, like their private moments, like live and not recording them, and they couldn't find them on his computer.
He was.
He about had to be. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. You know what I mean?
Now, in Indiana, felony voyeurism doesn't always mean you're a registered sex offender.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't
Right.
always mean it. It's pretty much going to be up to the judge.
But more likely when kids are involved. But I think if you're voyeuring somebody like that, that's like invasion of privacy. And
Absolutely. I mean, that's who knows what he's seen. If you have videos of people's backyards where the hot tub is, you know it's not an open yard. I mean, I'm not saying
it's enclosed. Usually they're enclosed.
Enclosed. Absolutely, they're enclosed. I mean, these two women were getting in it buck naked, so it was definitely some sexual deviant shit. It wasn't something he was watching to make sure Robert didn't jump over the fence. It was recorded on his shit, and he kept looking at it over and over, probably. Well, folks, that's going to be about it for this episode of the Anderson Security Crazy Shit. We do want to let you know that our cool ass 69 South t-shirts are now available for purchase at the Centerton gas station at basically Robb Hill and 67. Just drop in there, you get some fuel, get you some good food, and grab you a cool t-shirt. Feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
We hope you guys have a good evening, a good day, whatever.